Look, I started the recording without reminders. Look at me. Especially after I said I'm gonna start it, and then I'm like, oh, let's just go right into it without. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna talk through. I'm gonna talk through it first, and then we'll demonstrate. And so while we're talking through, oops, sorry about that. Oh, let me turn that way down. As we talk, you see, actually, this one just has one sample, but you can kind of get an idea of how you might want to play with it. A lot of times I have no idea how I want to play with something, and we just do. And did I get mine finished? Yes, I did. Okay. So, share my screen. Yeah, that's it. My clicker is, I have to
No,
really hit it.
I don't know what she's doing, so I thought, well, I see
Right.
what I got. Oh,
Yeah, Monster planning to do 50 tiles today. That's right. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna play with Croissant from YuRu Chen. And so I said it was food related. Um, and so it's neat and it's kind of a fragment. So we're just gonna look at one box. But as you see in YuRu's sample, you can use that kind of as a feature or a border or whatever you want. Yeah, and so yeah, we're addressing Cheryl's weakness. Oh, that would be fun. Everybody can send in their nemesis thing, and we'll try to work through it.
and who doesn't like spirals?
I'm
Cheryl.
shaking my head already. I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, but they're big spirals.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they're
There's
big.
only
Doesn't matter.
if you do just one in the middle, you only have two.
Okay. I'll keep saying that to myself.
Yeah, there you go. Did I put the link in there? No. Let me do that. Yeah, we were talking about that right before, and yeah, and I was just going, well, sorry, because she was having me explain. Oh wait, I got to do background stuff. Um, Having me explain Tough Tangle Tuesday, and right, and I did forget to do one thing. That'll help. All right, so we start off and nicely, so you can barely see it that she has a little dot in the um in the center of the box. So, if we're gonna do a grid pattern of it, then you put a little dot in each box in the center. And then what that's nice for, and you don't have to though, because I'm kind of six of one and half of dozen of the other, decided that um it's like, is it really a help or is it not a help? Because so if you put the dot here, and then the idea is you're coming from one corner, and we're going to go up, and kind of when you hit that dot, then go into your spiral. So I don't know, you could just do a spiral and shoot for halfway and then come around the other side, and then just have them touch, well, barely or not at all. Look at that. See how it just doesn't matter, she's not got the meat in here. And then we're coming around and we're doing another one in the opposite direction, which is neat because it kind of gives this like a continuous line appearance. Then from there, we're going to, what I did was I just kind of did a takeoff and land concept. So I traced over a little bit of this and then just shot out with a line right to that corner. And you do that on both. And then it's just auraing all the way home. Or, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get Lamb to think of it this way. It's like not, or it's just you're putting a bunch of C-shaped curve lines in that section, and don't think of it as auraing. I don't know if that will work or not. And so basically, so starting with this side of the spiral, as you can see, and going down to the tip, but really we're doing. I'm just trying to think how we can avoid. Not doing it the way that she has it. It's not going to matter, but we're doing the curve lines because see, like this that's coming off, that is kind of straight, so we're not going to aura that. Then we'll aura this side of the spiral, then the opposite side of the spiral, and then this little bit on the end, and that's it. But you could also have fun with it as YuRu has here, thickening in the lines, so making them stripes. You could put other tangles in there. You could put orbs in there or whatever floats your boat. All right, then I do have my own version, which, oh, let's see, going back to, and I'll put that in the chat in a second. So YuRu decided to do a border, right? So this, if you divide your page into a 16 square, but just don't fill in the middle with the lines, you have this nice border in that center. What I decided to do was to treat it like a fragment, and let me get that in there. And then, so like here in my bottom square, I did it, the same way it was. Then I turned my tile 90 degrees and did it the same way. Then turned it again 90 degrees and turned it again. And I thought, well, that's fun. So you can have this end up be however you want it to be. So, all right. So there's the chats. And oh, thank you for answering, Julie L. Yeah, so we're just I do the share screen first, and then just fun time. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna work on a regular.
And I actually cheated 2 different ways.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
only doing one, fragment, the
yeah.
whole thing. And I drew a diagonal line from corner to corner with a pencil instead of,
Oh,
and then just did. Then I also, and this is for Shirley, especially if she
yeah,
doesn't. I
Cheryl. Yeah,
penciled in for who? Cheryl.
Cheryl. Yeah.
Cheryl. I penciled in my spiral going both ways, and now I will just trace over it with the pen. And I don't know how old she is, but when you're as old as me, you can cheat all you want.
There we go.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. She's-
That's good. Okay. I could cheat too then. I'm old too, so I could cheat too.
Okay, good.
All right, I'm gonna do a semi-straight border here with my pencil, which is silly because I'm just gonna go over it with my pen. And okay, I'm gonna use a P end. So that was very silly. I could just do this. See, I should have done that better. Well, although I'll use that to shade. Right, so making a nice grid on the inside. I think I'll do a 4 square, so that way it's easier
And
to
that way you
see.
can do it several times so people can
Yes.
figure out how to do it. I'm also using a prep tile, and so I could
Yeah.
hardly see the pencil marks, and if I put a dot in the middle, I wouldn't have been able to see that.
All right. That's true. That's true. So but that's an idea. So if try it one way, and then, and then if you say, oh, I think I'll try that with, yeah, just doing a straight line. Okay. So I've put the dot in the middle, down and change. All right. And like I said, it doesn't matter what corner you start at. Just we'll start at a corner. I'm going to use this. And then, and this, Cheryl, this might help. Maybe. I always end up doing my spirals a certain direction, but I also want to use the curve of my hand, the natural curve. So I'm coming up to that dot, and then the dot means, okay, let's just start the turn. And it's a big spiral, but it doesn't have to be a lot of turns. It can just be like that. And that's that. Um, oh, okay. Gotcha, Julie. All right. And then we're flipping it the other way. And so that way it does create that straight line. So that's one way to think, okay, where am I starting at? And then here, I'm just going to come up, and I'm tracing over a little bit. And then, going slow, and we create it like that. And actually, yours, the way you if you didn't tell us that you did the straight line, we wouldn't know.
No, I
So
should have
there
kept
we
my
have
mouth
it.
shut.
Mine looks amazingly like a yeah, mine
Yes.
looks amazingly like a straight line.
Yeah, it
I
does.
did pretty good. Don't look at my step out. 'Cause there's a lot of variation there. But there I was, was doing one really big and it was hard. Okay, so then from here, the takeoff and land concept is this where you use a little bit of we'll call this runway and trace over and then well, this will be kind of more of a crash landing, sorry. But so I'm tracing over here and then just coming straight out and while I miss the corner, it's okay because it doesn't matter. And then we'll do it on this side too. Usually when we do takeoff and land, then we're tracing over where we're landing so that it just helps like that. And I'm gonna do a complete one and then go on. So that way, just in case, something missed something, then I have three more chances to explain. All right, so then trying to think of the well, see, this depends on if this ended up being curved. If I say, "Oh, go on the curved line," and then we're gonna aura that because this could end up being a little curvy. But looking at the spiral, we're gonna go under the spiral, and like I said, you aura it whatever. You pick the distance, and then we just try to stay consistent. And that's the game. I wonder too. I mean, because she has us auraing on all of these. Um, and this is the going rogue part. We'll see what everybody does because I'm gonna say that maybe some might decide that. Well, I don't feel like auraing all of that. This makes me think of like seashells, those long ones.
Yeah, it does.
But we're gonna do it the way YuRu has because then you can always break it from that. So that way I'm using my hand. Natural curve. Or you could do like mom did, and she just used a marker
Yes, I
or a
did.
pen,
Yeah,
and that's neat.
a big fat bullet tip made my stripes, filled it in all at once.
Like that, and then these little corners, because it's almost like we're auraing around the spiral. Um, so that well, yeah, maybe that's a better way to explain it. So it avoids that and that. Now to decide, do I want to do them all the same direction or actually that did turn out kind of neat the way I did it. I'm gonna put the dot in each one just because I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I started it. So looking this way, I'm just gonna turn it. Well, I turn it this way, but I know that I'm gonna continue it this. I have to do it this way. Here we go. Oh, and actually, let's see if I did it. So maybe tonight I'll have to see if I can attempt to make it so that way the spiral is in the center because that would be interesting. Because then we would
What?
have a yeah a little shape like this
Oh,
in the center, and
yes.
that's what I'll
You
do.
need to try that, Heather.
Yes, we'll see if I get my head around it. All right, and then here, same thing. When I hit that spiral, and I do think it's one of those. Just try to not put too much pressure on yourself. Well, 'cause some things that will help are, if there is some unevenness and you decide, oh, I think I'm going to do that stripy thing. Well, then you can pick which where it's makes you the least happy, and like, oh well, I'll color in there. I'll fill that in, and then it'll be all lovely. Oh, all right. Or depending on our time. Oh no, depending on our time. Oh, okay. This one is one of those things where it's like, okay, I decided to do the auraing out of order, which is nice because it doesn't matter as long as we're getting it in the you know auraing the right. I always say that and then go, yeah, but Heather, it doesn't matter. If we aura the wrong thing, then it's just new. Yeah, auraing out of order. Say that 10 times fast. Right, exactly. Right. Do find myself having to think, especially on this first step. It's like, is this the direction I'm going? Oh yes, it is. I'm thinking this is one. Well, I don't know. Uh, Jury is out in my mind. Some one tangles like this when you do it in a grid. Sometimes I like to do one step. Whoa, something's going on. Do a step in all of the boxes, and then do the next step in all of the boxes. But some of them like this, I'm not sure. Where if it gets a little too eyeball confusing, then I don't do that. I just complete one and move on to the next. Might do. I like what she did in hers. I have to go back and look. She put little fine lines around the spiral. Right, last box. You hold it in the same direction as I did the other ones. Yes. I am full of second guessing today. Sheesh. I'm also not worrying about matching up these auras to whatever is next to it. No, it's however it ends up. That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fancy spider web. Oh, Steph says, yeah, I have an accidental spooky Halloween spider web going on. Yeah. Maybe that's part of why, I was like going, oh, that's neat. Subconsciously. Yeah. We're continuing the spooky tangles. And yeah, Steph and Allie are on the same wavelength because they're both say the same thing. Yeah, Allie were probably typing while she was typing I love the great minds. All right. It's one last little bit. It is neat. It's a very fancy spider web. It's neat. All right, so let's see. I should do something different than I did in my. Oh, mom's doing another one.
Well, I'm working out doing the spiral meeting in the center.
Oh, okay.
I think I am.
Well, it would just be you
I
would
see. I got
start it. Yeah, so I'd have to start it not from the center. You have to start it from either end, not in the center. All right, so what
Yep.
shall I do? I do like the filled in, but maybe with a little shine. Hmm. Well, I can do different things in the front and the center, or in the center and the outside is what I meant to say. Let's see. Well, okay, Denise. Well, we will look forward to seeing you again. And I do the same things. I do it twice. I do it. I didn't notice where you were at, but 7 p.m. Eastern time. We do the same thing. Just some different people and even more fun. So, just so you know.
She says that so confidently.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's hmm. I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start it off similar to what I did on my thing because apparently my brain doesn't want two variations today. So starting here, this time though, I'm gonna leave the shine in the middle. I didn't do that on mine. My step out. And for those new, it's just leaving a gap.
I did 2 of these wrong.
Uh,
That's why I'm just penciling in. I'm experimenting. I had my spirals going in the same direction. That doesn't work.
oh. Lisa says you're sure you're starting the spiral from the same. She was telling you. She was telling you what you were
Yeah.
doing.
Now wait. So it has to come like this and go up. So it looks like an yes. I look at it each one, if each one looks like an S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I realized it, when I was starting to do that other line,
Uh-huh.
and all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, some of those are going in the same direction. That's not right. These look a lot like hearts. Joe's not going to want to do it that way.
Let's see. Well, I can't quite make out. Oh, I see
Good.
now. Oh yeah, I see.
You end
Joe
up
says
with,
la la la. Just
never mind, Joe, don't do it this
like,
way.
heads down, focusing on his tangle.
Don't even look at it. You wouldn't like it. But I do like, I use my mechanical pencil
Yes.
for, and it's really nice because it's very fine.
Yeah.
And I like it for stringing.
Hmm.
see if I have enough time to finish this one.
I kind of like doing every other one. Then, you know what? Oh, that's okay. I feel like I should do something a little bit different. Hmm.
Heather, you have a question in the chat.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what is
Oh,
stringing?
I can explain. You go ahead,
Okay,
Heather.
go ahead, explain.
A string, obviously, you're just jumping in on your own,
Do.
teaching yourself. A string is when you divide your area into sections to put different tangles in. Um, I mean, that's basically, so my string, like in this one, basically a square. It's hard to explain. Let
Yeah,
me
well,
go.
in the
Hmm,
method that is Zentangle, that's
right.
one of the steps is that we start with, well, as I did, I started with 4 corner dots, and then I made the border. And yeah, essentially my string is the grid. So as mom said, it just divides up the paper. But we usually do it in pencil.
Yes.
And then
And
sometimes we ignore it.
yes. And, we don't normally do what I did with penciling in the whole thing before you start.
Right.
What you should be interested in is, when are you doing your next
Oh,
basic class,
end of
Heather?
October. Yeah, I have my Zentangle Essentials class, which we go over all of that. We go over the method.
And the terminology and all
Yeah.
of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked, because usually that's what Heather, if there's new people on, we try and educate them as much as we can to the
Yeah.
little things.
So that way we're not using lingo as like I have no idea what that means, and we want to bring you in to the fun and not have anyone feel like, "Oh, I don't know, those people are speaking a funny language."
And normally we just use a regular number 2 pencil
Yeah.
for doing the string, but I had found at the Dollar Tree by our place, well, you found them too by your place,
Yeah.
these neat mechanical pencils with Zentangle designs. I wonder how they thought to do that.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah, because
know,
of, yeah, they look like they're kind of mandala. Or no, there's some others.
no,
I don't know,
yeah,
but we should contact them and say, "Can we design
pencils,
pencil
yeah.
things for you?"
So, but because it's a mechanical pencil, when you use a regular number 2 pencil like this, the tip wears down and it gets blunt, and all of a sudden you're making a thicker line than you absolutely need. And where this stays nice and thin and you need more lead, you just click a little. You don't have to pencil sharpen it. I would not use this for shading, which is what we use this pencil for.
Yeah.
Now mine looks like a stained glass window,
Oh, it does.
only because I'm using a number 12.
Oh gosh, wow. But yeah.
It's my favorite pen. I can actually see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Catholic Swiss. Yeah, True Zentangle has, well, it has steps, but it's, yeah. And then we have Zentangle inspired art, which is, lots of
Yeah.
use of color and other things.
Yeah, well, several, like Rosemary, who's on, I don't know if she's on today, but
Thanks. Yeah.
she always uses a mechanical pencil. At some point, I don't know where exactly, but
Yeah.
you know,
Oh no, she's not on. Um, I know that, yeah, like Rosemary said, in order to get into some of the tight spaces, using a mechanical pencil is helpful. So if you want to,
Right.
add
And
some
also
graphite.
mechanical pencils come in different thicknesses too.
Mhm, mhm,
I don't know what this one is. It's pretty. 'Cause I'm remembering like point 0.5, point 0.7, and then
mhm.
you know a real thick one is what we used to be able to use in school.
Deciding if I kind of like the or I like kind of like the combination. Now I'm thinking, do I want to maybe just continue it both ways and having it alternating with the orbs and the filling in.
I don't know. It's your choice.
I know.
Whenever you start, you have to finish.
Exactly. I'm like going, do I want to do that? I don't know. Wendy says I must be ahead of my time, then as
Yeah.
I've always used a mechanical pencil in order to obtain a sharp point. Yes. I guess I hadn't thought about it in drawing. I always think of it when I use a pencil, I like a mechanical pencil because that way I don't have to worry about sharpening it. If I'm writing with it or making, music notes and stuff like that. All right. It's one of those where like, oh, maybe if I shade it and then I might decide. I don't know. Heck, I could add some color, couldn't I? If I wanted to. Apparently I'm in black, white shades of gray mode. And that's okay too. Yeah, it does seem kind of bare out.
Oh, I just had a thought, an actual thought. I don't know
Oh,
what's happening to me. I hope I can
oh,
remember it.
is it for later?
No, I was just
Oh.
thinking, if you go like, how do you do that?
Oh, yes, you could make
Where
yeah.
else do you have to do that? The what?
You do it on let me think.
Oh, here. Doesn't it have to
Yes,
be here
you could put
as
it there.
well and
Yep.
there? So that makes it look like a rolled up piece of paper.
Yeah, like a scroll. Mhm.
Oh, and that changes it. I
Yeah.
like that.
It's amazing what two little lines or a couple little lines, depends on how many spirals you have in your because that's it would follow this one down and that one down. And it's like Zenplosion.
Yeah, I like doing that. Now, why is it I could see it on that? I can't see it on this one. Oh, wait.
Oh, because it went in too many times. Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of figuring out where you
Yes.
have to put them.
Oh,
Well, that
so
looks weird.
Demi, I'm matching your shirt then. Demi says she's wearing a black and white striped shirt.
I think I put them in the wrong place on this one. It should be here and here to match that one.
Oh,
That's okay. I have a white pen.
yeah. Oh, it's a dress. I'm sorry. Yeah, it reminds you of Beetlejuice art. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and 'tis the season almost.
Hmm. Well, that one is goofy.
You always have to think about where to add the, yeah. Oh yeah, well, yeah, because the one, yeah, the ones to the outside, uh,
I went
oh
too
yeah, you
far
have
with
them going
my,
the opposite direction. It just makes it different.
yeah, I'm not worrying about it. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of makes you, it, okay. It looks like a tighter spiral, and then there's the rest of it. Yeah, it's just interesting. But you have to continue the way you did it, so that way it's consistent.
That's not right either. Huh?
Well, no, yeah, well,
Well,
oh, wait a minute. No, that's the same way that you did the other ones to the outside. It's not necessarily right, but it's
hello?
consistent.
Hello?
I like
Speaking.
that consistency. Yeah, say that the other part. Yeah, schmiptency. Yeah, who needs it? Exactly. I do like my alternating. Get them all? Oh no.
I'm in the middle of doing something online right now.
Got a sales call.
Maybe this afternoon. Okay. Bye.
Got a sales call.
Yeah, sort
You
of.
guys, you, you never answer the phone if I don't. If the phone number is not in my phone, I don't answer it.
Well, I am whiting out these other lines until I can figure it out.
Hmm. Inconsistency's sake, start this one off of the spiral. One of those, oh, I think I'm being clever with something like, oh no, I really should have done the other things the same way. It would have. That's okay. Because it just doesn't matter. Oh, Sharon is saying, go 4-minute warning. Thank you, Leisha. And the 4-minute warning for those that are new to us is at 5 to the hour, we will everyone that wants to and can open up their webcams, and we'll share what we did, and I'll take a screenshot and all that. But yeah, Sharon is going saying go to the points. So yeah, so like if you're holding it this way, and then that might be easier, and then it's here and here.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
think
gonna
not
do.
that, yeah. Next time.
I got the middle ones okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on how far you twisted that curly Q in too.
Yeah. Get these bits done.
Guess what we're having for lunch today, Heather?
Pizza?
Yes.
Uh,
We had some,
we-
had some Sunday, I think was the day. Yeah. I figured I got to put a few days in between.
oh, we didn't. We just kept eating it till it was gone.
Well, I personally would have done that, but your father wouldn't have liked that. So got to give
All
him
right,
a
what do I
little,
got?
little time in between.
Wendy says it's taken me 4 attempts to get my spirals going in the right direction. Is there?
It's challenging. It was so easy with just the one big one.
Yes.
That was a snap. And I got them going in the right directions now, even though I turned them around. It's just I can't. Oh, I see. Look at the point.
No mistakes. That's right, Jen. They're going in the direction that they want to go, and it's okay. Right. I might finish those.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we'll
Oh,
see.
it helps to look at the point.
That's what Sharon was saying.
Yeah.
Now, we'll say it as we have like 2 minutes for shading. Of course, like any of the lines, I think I'm going to do. Let's do at least in here. Well, maybe I'll use what's left on the tortillon for that bit. Okay.
Oh. Oh, I guess I was supposed to do that. That's okay.
Woo! Boy, that shading just makes that just.
Heather, I can't believe you did all black and white today.
I know. It's
You
weird.
got-
Well, it was because all of this from Tuesday.
Yes,
You know
that's what I
that
was
it
just
just.
going to say. You just wore out yourself and all your pens from the other day.
Oh yes.
Oh, beautiful, Allie.
Oh, neat. Oh, and and Al's just making me think, or no, Joe's just making me think, yeah, there's going to be, it's going to be interesting depending on how you do, well, how you do everything. Yeah, Joe made scrolls too. Nice. Oh my gosh, Allie. Wow. Wow, wow. Oh, yes, love
We've
that.
had our warning, right?
Yes. Time. Oh, these are nice. Yeah, so keep opening them up, and I will well, works in progresses are good too. So we'll just keep opening the webcam so that way I know about when we're done. And stop shifting. Oh, there we go. The 2 pages it looks like. Okay. And I'll let you know before I take it. Of course. Oh, okay, Meg. I want to make sure everybody gets on that wants to. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. All right. Do we still? Oh, we have a few on the. Okay. All right. So things kind of stopped shifting. So, oh nope. As soon as I say it, then it happens. All right. Let's see. Well, let's call it. So if you haven't opened your webcam, just pause for a minute, and everybody hold them steady. Oops. No, oops. Okay, I got them both. Awesome. And then let me get these saved. Oh, sure. Second one. Oh, let me see. Let me see if I got yours, Wendy. No. Oh, I did. I got Wendy's, and let me just double check on Julie. Tell you what, sometimes I click buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. All right, and let me just double check here. Oh, we got yours, Julie, too. Yeah. So you can take them down and let's see, turn off my webcam too. And start on the second. And he's like, well, I figured out how to open it, how to shut it now. Should be right there. Well, that's okay, Wendy. It's all good. All right. Yeah, really nice jobs. Well, it's, yeah, it's one of those, it doesn't matter. We're just here to have fun. But nice. Well, look at what went. That's why you're not finished, Wendy. Look at what she's doing.
Wait, all I see is the blue sheet.
Oh, well, gosh. Share my screen. Clicked the wrong thing.
I've just got a blue screen.
Yeah, there we go. Is it sharing now? Oh, Julie, glad that you're joined in. Wendy, look at, she's doing what is that? Like, it looks like a 16 square. Daph's is gorgeous on that prep tile, but that's a beautiful start, Wendy.
Well, I was trying to get them to go in the right direction, and I sort of couldn't quite work it out. And I think the last one with the tiny little circles on it, that's the only one I'm really happy with.
Okay. Yeah, they end up going however they want to, and
Every which way but the one I want.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Sharon, nice. I thought Sharon does one and then does it in a grid below on her sketchbook. That is so neat, Sharon, that you do that. Nice. And Mel, I'm guessing napkin or paper. I can't remember when you do it in that shape. That's paper. Okay.
Yeah, 4x6.
That's so cute. Nice though. Really nice.
We actually picked one she couldn't put a face on it.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know. You could with that spiral. And
Yeah, maybe I
Meg.
challenged her now. So
Yeah. Tonight. Look out. Oh, Joe says he's getting a 1960s vibe from Wendy's. Yeah. I can see that. And Meg's nice, even though I know you said you got a late start, but wow, look at that. So cool. All right, let's go to the first page. And it'll be weird. I'm going to start from the bottom. Well, Alicia, that's neat.
yeah.
It's so funny. So going, okay, wait, I have to go back
And she
and
just
look again.
achieved that by not doing all the aura-ing on everything, right?
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah. So that's my
Neat.
fourth attempt. That's my fourth attempt. Today's was just like, it looks so simple, and yet
Yeah.
I can't seem to get, I guess maybe the measurements right where it flows into a corner, like the corners. So
Yeah.
I'm on my fourth attempt, and I will not tear it out of my book. I will keep working on it, and
Keep playing.
I will
Yeah.
post it. I'll post the finished product later.
Oh, good, good. Never a mistake. It's awesome. And look at Laurel's. Oh, I like what Laurel did in the center of the one that she just did, the single one.
Oh, yes. Oh, I
That's
really like
nice.
that.
Yeah,
Now,
really cool.
do
I
we
love
suppose? Go
I
ahead.
love the scroll effect on Julie's one.
Yeah.
The scroll effect is quite summit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking Laurel might have had a blob that she had to cover
Oh.
up. But no, it's
You
too
know,
deliberate. It's too
yeah,
deliberate.
the
But I
very
really like
nice.
that.
Very
I
nice.
like that better than the little lines that the original
That
person
YuRu did. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. And Colina, look
Oh,
at how
wait till you
metallic that is.
Yes, that looks like it
Wow.
was stamped out of leather, but it looks like it's a prep tile behind it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and look at
Neat.
what
Oh.
Kathy did. Oh my gosh. It looks like
That's,
rolled up fabric.
it does. Oh my
Uh,
gosh. And you know, and look at, and Kathy added the sparkle, but just with the lines. So the lines are closer together, but
Yes,
doing that kind of sparkle.
yeah.
Colina says, prep tile failed watercolor painting, same thing. Exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
it works. I've mentioned this before, but maybe not when you were here, but I had a friend that gave me a whole bunch of prepped watercolor paper. I mean, this is big size, like, I don't know what, 12 by 24
Mm-hmm.
sheets of watercolor paper. Fortunately, it was probably hot pressed, so it was fairly smooth. That she didn't want anymore, that she had experimented with, the crumpled up saran wrap and other
Yeah.
things. And I just cut it up all in tiles and I use it all the time. I mean, beautiful colors and
Yeah.
variations, and it's,
Neat. Neat, neat. Well, yeah, and so yeah, and Kathy, yeah, she did the lady chain in the one, and then yeah, I see little snails in the other that look very close to bijou in
yeah.
there. Very nice, Kathy. And
And
Julie, wow,
My rendition of Bijou.
yeah.
uh, if Julie's didn't she say she was just starting? I mean,
No, new to us, just new to
new to
us.
us. Okay.
Yeah, if I remember right. But yeah, that's really nice. I like that that's a neat effect having the filled in on the inside.
Oh, and you know what else she did? Look at the bands. She rounded it on the outside.
Oh
So
yeah,
it looks like actual
like actual bands.
bands of tubing or something,
Neat.
very neat effect.
Yeah. Oh, and Inez, wow.
Oh, and you skipped right over you. Oh,
Oh,
that's
I
good.
always skip over
Heather. You
me.
did a good job. You need
Oh,
praise too.
I was like, oh, that doesn't look so
Yes,
bad. Yeah.
she really filled that up.
Yeah. That is neat, Inez. And Jean, wow.
Oh, oh,
And see,
see,
and she ended her
hmm,
the thing. Wait a minute. Different differently.
she didn't pull that second line all the way down to the corner,
Oh, to the corner.
which
Nice.
totally changes it and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so neat. And Jen didn't do she did different aura ing in between, which
Yes,
makes it yeah, yeah, look completely different. That is so neat, Jen.
makes it look even more like hearts.
Yeah. Oh, like I could totally see, like, what did you say? A stained glass or wrought iron or
Mhm,
something like that.
mhm.
Lissa. Oh, I see. There's yeah, orbs in there, but it's filled in more with the black, so that's neat. Nice, nice, nice. And Felicity, that's
Wait, did
the
you do Joe already? You missed Joe.
wait, how do
You didn't. You
the
skipped Jen.
where's
You didn't.
where oh Joe, I'm sorry. I don't know where my eyeballs are going. Oh no. Okay, Inez, we'll see ya. Joe's. Yes. Oh my gosh. I
And
rem
I'm trying to see why. The spirals are smaller,
yeah, but um
but they.
the line coming from the spiral to the corner, that second one is
Mhm,
creating that
that shape, which
yeah,
is really neat.
yeah,
And I like his striping that he did. Thick, thin, thick, orid, thin, Looks very metallic.
Yeah. And then
Now
of course
you can go
the rivets in there.
Yes, I see those little rivets.
That is neat, Joe. How could I skip over?
This
My
is
eyeballs are
the one
being
above,
bad.
is that Felisa?
Flissa, yeah.
Felisa. Is she new too? I don't
No,
remember
no, no.
that.
Flissa's been with us for for quite some
Oh,
time.
okay. I like what she did with all her banding too.
You know, this one made me feel a bit drunk. I couldn't get the spirals getting anything going on there. They just did their own thing. It was
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, yeah.
And I like
And
the way Felicity did the opposite on each one.
yeah.
Instead of doing them all the same, and the little lines that she did on the spiral, which makes
And
it look like a seashell.
yeah, it's in
Even
it just just create such depth, like as if, well, it's like an Escher thing. You can't tell. Well, wait, which direction
Yeah.
is this going? Oh, and Diana, wow.
Hers
She
looks like yin and yang
yes,
because
yes.
it's in a circle-ish.
How clever is that? Oh, and then she did some on the outsides, and
Mhm.
looks like all in around in the circle. I can see, right? Sort of neat. Ooh, and Debbie, even though I guess I kind of got it off a little bit the picture, but look at that shading is gorgeous. Hers too, and then look at the way she did the straight line coming from the spiral,
Mhm.
makes it look weave, like a weave or something ish. That is neat. Oh, and Miss Dee Dee, I'm guessing that's a prep tile from last weekend.
I bet so too.
Nice. Unless you just colored it, because that's okay. It's like this one was made for that tile, the way you have it divided like that. Oh my gosh. And then we have Allie, VP of the Rogue Bunnies. The Rogue Rabbits, I mean.
Oh, look at the way. Oh.
Thanks, Imelda.
Ooh.
And bye, Karen. Oh, wait, let's see.
She went a little rogue
A little rogue.
where she did
Wait,
the
let's see.
spirals and left, and then I can't figure it out, but that's okay.
I was just looking back. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, Joe. Wait. Oh, yeah. You have to get some tangle bucks or carrots out of me. Yes, yes. Anyway, going back to what you were saying.
No, I can't figure out what she didn't do
On whose?
on Allie's. How she got
Oh,
those
yeah.
long auras. She didn't. She elongated the box or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because on ours the spiral hits the edge. Yeah, so she didn't put the swirl in the corner. She just has the swirls meeting in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. Really neat though. Wow.
Yeah. Talk about
Wow.
dimension. Look at Barb's.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And
That is
another neat
amazing.
prep tile behind it.
Yeah. That is really super cool. And Beatrice, nice job there. Wow. I mean, once you get the hang, well, either get the hang of the direction of the swirls or you just don't worry about it. It is a nice one that you can kind of lose yourself in and
Yep.
decide what you're going to do. And Brianna, look at a beautiful knight's bridge in
What? I don't want to look at it.
there. It's gorgeous. What a nice background, though.
Yeah,
I thought about you while I did that.
I bet you did. Even my grandson does it to annoy me.
Yes. Yes. And then there's mom's. Really pretty. Yeah, love that.
answering Julie's question, she asked, is there
Yes.
a standard size tiles, you guys? It
No.
looks like a lot of them have used official tiles. That's what, well, the camera's on, but that's what I used for my second one. The first
Mhm.
one was just a cut piece of paper, approximately that size, which is 3.5-inch square. But
Yeah.
then several, I've got to find, well, like Mel on the other page, sometimes she uses paper plates. Today she used a piece of paper. Some people, like Legia, is doing it in a spiral notebook. So
Allie is
they're
a 4-inch square.
4-inch square. So there's no, you can do it. Like Heather says at the beginning, you can do it on whatever you want with whatever you want. And
Yep.
Joe cuts his from cardstock, 5.5 by 5.5. Now, why did you pick 5.5? Because it's 11. No, you always have some weight. You have some
Just
waste.
a little bit.
Yeah. I had a friend who bought a ream of cardstock from someplace like Office Max or Staples or someplace, and they cut it for her there. I mean, the whole ream they cut
Oh,
to the size she wanted. And
nice.
and I can't remember what size she had it in. I mean, I'm sure
Mhm.
she had some, like sort of the regular Zentangle sizes, and then whatever was left over.
Yeah.
But I've never tried doing that, but that, would be an economical way to do it.
Yeah. Well, and what Kathy says, she uses a journal and draws a square.
Yeah.
Wendy's is an A4 spiral and create 6 blocks on the page.
Yeah.
So yeah, just whatever whatever
Yeah.
you want. The Zentangle, that's what, I don't know if you had said, the 3.5-inch tiles. That's the very first tile that Zentangle came up with, and it was
Right.
that. So that way, it's like and it was actually time based, because they're like, okay, well, how,
Yeah.
if we want to spend X amount of time on something, what size of paper do we need to have? And and that's just kind of interesting.
The only disadvantage, I mean, because when I first started too, I did it in a sketchbook and drew the squares and stuff. Sometimes I just did the whole page, but the only disadvantage with that is the turning it to do your
Yes.
angles. Especially, I mean, I couldn't do it now because of the camera. The legs keep getting in the way. But my spiral notebooks, when I turn it certain ways, my arm would be resting over the spiral and it wasn't very comfortable.
Yeah.
But, that's a very small disadvantage.
Brianna's gonna go work. Thanks, Joe. Work on scrolls. Well, if you want to work on the scrolls, if you look up, and I know I did a video on, it's called Zenplosion, by is it Danny O'Brien? And so she did a big thing on that. It's neat. Also, ruffles. There was one called banners that I'm gonna add into the mix. So maybe we'll have a whole thing on that kind of look. Barb says she has a small binder that I have included all kinds of tiles. Oh, that I've sectioned off, including prep tiles that I've made in various classes. I choose whatever one I feel in the mood for. Actually, that's a really good idea to put those tiles in a binder too, instead of having them in piles. That's good. Okay. Oh, Kathy's book is 6x6, no spiral, and so it lays flat.
That's
Nice.
a good idea. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool. Well, we'll say bye to the recording on that note.